Doing it so long is like alchemy.
Here we go, y'all. Game 2 in New Orleans. And I have a theory on KD's turnover issues early in the season. I think that he's so excited now that he understands the offense, he mistimes his passes. If you notice, a lot of the turnovers are passes that are there, but not yet. They're early. These passing the ball too soon, Boogie, the early three. And that's not necessarily a good thing if you're New Orleans, because he tends to fall in love with the perimeter shot. Here's KD doing what he does, showing the skills. And that's what it is. KD, you're the most elite scorer in the league, arguably, right now. Do what you do. Zaza and Boogie, always a fun matchup. The rip down, and then this was good to see Draymond explode off the left knee and get some. But if I have a knock on Draymond, it's what else do you have to work on but your catch and shoot three-point shooting in the offseason is what I'm talking about. Now, he shot 2 of 7 tonight, and that's just not a number I can live with. And then after another turnover, Boogie, AD, just what New Orleans has envisioned with these two versatile big men. And then look at this. With the shortened training camp and shortened preseason, it really does show in some of this stuff. And then there is the beginning of what would be a block party for the easy money sniper on this night. But take a look at Steph here. I'm going to take the Mark Jackson route on this. That's just not fair, Steph. Kids at home, don't try it. That's not a good shot. I don't know how, take another look at this, how he keeps his balance. He reloads like 3 times, hand in the face, and he still gets it. And then JaVale finally making his debut. Now look at Steph. Ever so slightly thinks about the shot, and that's the result. Now here's something subtly that Draymond does. Look at him close out with the left hand that enables him to challenge without fouling. Defensive Player of the Year. These are the little nuances, and then he finds Clay in the corner. You already know the results. Now, as a coach, these right here, these are the type of turnovers that drive you crazy. Unforced turnovers, just kind of being lazy, not used to be competing yet at this level. In practice, they're going easy on each other. Ian Clark gets in the game. Gentry's going to get him in there against his former team. I'm not sure if he's in their regular rotation. Look at him hit the 3. And then JaVale, what in the world? It's like it sharded out of his hand, and that was just embarrassing. Then look at Draymond dip into the catch. What do you know? He sticks the 3 ball. And while he's kind of grinning and cheesing here like, oh, we kept it close after a sloppy half, AD's like, nah, homie, bang, bang. Right, so Warriors give up 39 first quarter points. AD lit, ready to go in the opener in New Orleans, and it looked like they might have been in some trouble. Now, you baseball fans have heard of shoeless Joe Jackson. Well, what you know about kickless KD? You see him lose the left shoe here on that layup. Watch him, he's thinking, what am I going to do? Am I going to play some defense with it? No, he flicks it to the bench. And I'm not going to lie, I'm nervous. Like, yo, what if someone steps on his foot or something? Look at him battle for the rebound, gets a block. How about another block? Retains the ball. So I love how KD rises to the occasion. When he struggles, he plays harder. What I did not like, Sean Livingston's defense. Giving Jordan Crawford, a known sniper, about 6 feet of space to pull up in rhythm and hit a jump shot. S-Dot honestly has looked miserable. Look at D. West, who played a nice 12 minutes for us in with somewhat of a homecoming. He gave us nice minutes, but Sean Livingston, I'm kind of worried about S-Dot. I'm not going to lie. You see Nick Young, when you like to gamble in passing lanes, you get hit back door. Nick Young, though, he can make up for it. 2 hands. No, that's 4 hands in the face. It doesn't matter. But Nick Young, very quiet outing for him. Didn't play as many minutes. Jordan Crawford from the emblem. New Orleans hit 12 3-pointers in the first half, and we're feeling really good. Now, here's an instance where KD, you see that pass? That pass is probably there 2 seconds later. Iguodala did well to save it. And then when Livingston's not hitting that shot, like I said, you got to worry because that's his money shot right there. And Draymond and Boogie, don't get this twisted. They're friends, man, but they was flopping all over each other like pigs in mud in this first half, trying to bait each other into fouls. And Boogie drew first blood with this here kind of getting under his skin, and he was getting the benefit of the whistle. And Draymond, yeah, there it is, a little push, right? And Boogie's initiating the contact, and there's the T. So tech number 1 for Draymond on the year. And like I said, they may be talking shit and look like they acting tough. These dudes are boys, so you don't make nothing of it, but it does slow the game down, and it's something we don't need. Now Boogie gets a T. Look at the lady behind them. She's like scared and turned on all at the same time. So it's getting chippy. Kerr's like, all right, I'm going to bring Zaza in. Y'all want to get physical? Zaza comes in, sets the screen. Curry, 3-ball. And then I'm going to start calling KD Mr. Scrooge. Why? He just doesn't care about the holidays. Roofs Drew Holiday at the rim. And look, KD does such a good job of challenging and then not making contact with the body, using his length and then angling his body out of the way. And there was some suspect charge block calls in this first half, and KD was getting frustrated. Several were called against him. I think he had like 3 offensive charges called, but this is what I talked about him rising to the occasion. When he faces adversity, he plays harder and tends to perform, and that's just a gene trait you want in a superstar player. So it took about 6.5 quarters, but KD woke. So he closes the half, and all of a sudden Golden State back in this game. Third quarter, if you watch tape, you know Klay's got an itchy trigger finger to start halves. Bang. Now, I couldn't tell that Draymond was favoring the knee at all. Look at him here with this little dribble spin move, and he was moving well all night. Zaza gave us 21 minutes, 10 points and 8 points and 10 rebounds, I should say. The thing is, and look at Klay just showing the complete game. We play Memphis tomorrow night on a back-to-back. You would think Zaza would have to play heavy minutes against Gasol, so we'll see. And as the game seemed like it was getting away from New Orleans, Anthony Davis just turned up, man. He just started to dominate the game. He's a difficult matchup for Draymond, one of the few guys that he struggles defending. And then look at Klay hustle, stay disciplined. Drew Holiday's going, there goes Scrooge again. Drew Holiday's going to have nightmares of KD, man. But that play wouldn't have been possible if Klay didn't hustle and get in front. Draymond, another one of those deep threes. So he struggled 2 of 7, but he's stepping back the range. If you notice, he's starting to shoot from a little further out. And then that lob pass has been scouted out, man. He's going to have to be a little more dynamic on that roll. Jordan Bell could not benefit from that. AD coast to coast. And like I said, there was an 8-minute phase where Anthony Davis dominated this game. Steph was like, all right, 2 MVPs. Let me put my fingerprint on this thing. And then take a look at the gravity he's creating. Half the Pelicans roster hovering over Steph. So Jordan Bell's like, well, I'm going to have myself a little lob. So Jordan Bell only played like 5 minutes, but he was all right. Nick Young, again, likes to gamble in the passing lanes. This time he reaps the rewards of it. But then look at him give the ball up to Steph. When you talk about winning culture and changing teams, he wouldn't have made that play as a Laker last year. Iguodala comes in, a little hezzy at the half court, retro bounce. Always good to see Ig bouncing above the rim. Now you talk about basketball IQ. Watch Jordan Bell. Instead of selfishly running for the lob, look at him just kind of get in the way and allow Steph to cruise in for the layup. Just the little subtleties of a high basketball IQ player in a rookie Jordan Bell. Fourth quarter, Klay, feet set, it's wet. And Alvin Gentry did a great job of taking numerous timeouts to kind of stop the snowball effect that sometimes, these runs that the Warriors go on. He knew it was coming and he kept stopping it. And then Draymond, sometimes he just can't help himself. It's like a Brett Favre pass. It's like he knows better, but he just can't help himself. He wants the home run pass. So New Orleans still in the game. Boogie, a legal rub screen, and they're going to let him have it. Zaza's jumping like he's getting in the way. Did you see Zaza's challenge on that 3? Steve Kerr not nearly as amused as I am with that effort, but Klay dialed in, answers the call. 31 on the night, 7 threes. So New Orleans still in this game, but Alvin Gentry, who do you draw the play up for, right? You've got 2 supposed alpha big men scorers, and I honestly thought it would be Anthony Davis. I really feel like they need to hand him the keys in this situation, but clearly he's comfortable with it going to Boogie. What does he do? 3? No. Rumbles, stumbles, spin move, offense? No. It's a blocking call and 1. New Orleans still in this game. KD 3-ball, and then no lies, Zaza's a clutch rebounder. Yes, there's such thing as that. Tristan Thompson, there's only a few in the league, but when it really matters, Zaza's going to get you a board. Huge one here. So who do they go to? Klay, already 7 threes on the night. Please, it's the Warriors. We make the extra pass. Steph, corner ball, game over. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.